What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Awesome Nerd Show. Today we're looking at the Super7 ThunderCats Ultimates Cheetara figure. So this was a figure that was supposed to be released back with Wave 3, I believe it was, whatever, our second video of ThunderCats that we did, and they ended up holding it back because they didn't like the way she turned out or whatever, so they held it back, released the Wave, and then just released this whenever they were comfortable with it. So we now have her here, which looks pretty awesome, looks just like she does in the show, with some additional heads and some cool additional accessories that I'll have to talk about, but overall just looks really cool. So if we spin the box around, we can see the picture of her there on the back and a little bit of her story, so if you want to read more about her there. But overall she looks really cool and I'm excited to check this figure out. So let me get her open out of the box and we'll take a look at her together. So here I got Cheetara out of the box and she looks really good here. So she's a female Thunderian based off of a cheetah and known for her incredible speed along with the sixth sense ability that allows her to see into the past as well as the future. And as I said, she looks good here. Of course, the cheetah inspired stuff, so she has all the cheetah spots and everything. And just looking at this figure, she reminds me a lot of like Brigitte Nielsen, especially from like the 80s and stuff. So I feel that's almost what she's like based off design wise. But she has what I'd say more of like the mullet style haircut, so where the hair is shorter on top and then of course flowing longer in the back, and I like it with the yellow and all the cheetah prints there, so that's pretty awesome. And then of course her face, so she has a Thunderian face, so with the eyes that have the lines on to give them those cat-like eyes along with the red around them. And then we get her body, which looks pretty much just like a female body, just she has the different color skin, so there's like her skin tone there, and then switches into the darker more like golden color where she has the cheetah printing there on her one arm out in the white. It's not on both arms, but then those colors you can see there's actually a difference, like this arm's much darker, but then she has the red like bathing suit design with the ThunderCats logo there on her chest, wristband design on her one hand, and like you can see the color changes into her hands there as well on the other hand where she has this red armor piece, again that orangish color running down her legs going into the boots with the red boots with the tan color at the top of them. So it's just weird that she's all different colors and stuff. Don't know the explanation of that, like why she's tan here, orange here and stuff, not exactly sure, but it does overall look pretty cool. And you can see the back there as well with the cheetah prints running down her back, so overall looks pretty nice just in general. But let's go and do her movements. So her head can twist all the way around, look down that far and up just pretty much straight on there because of her hair, so not bad movements. The shoulders can come up to 90, rotate all the way around, the single elbow joint that bends to 90 there with the rotation, and then the wrist can twist around and flex back and forth. We then have the ab crunch right under her chest, so crunch forward, pretty much nothing, back very little once again, so just a little bit of crunching in there, but can twist all the way around. Her hips can come up there to 90, out to the side that far, close to doing the splits. Very little thigh twist up in there, but a single knee joint that bends back to under 90 unfortunately, and has some rotation. And then the foot can flex back and forth and can twist side to side. So she's just like all the other ThunderCats where they don't have the best movements, limited with like the 90-degree bends and stuff, so getting her posed will be pretty difficult, but I think overall she looks pretty decent. And then we get some additional accessories. So first off, we have some different head designs. So here we have one where her eyes look like much more evil or something, maybe like she's looking into the past or future, but the hair relatively looks exactly the same, so the only real difference is her eye designs there. And then she has an additional head with the hair nice and flowing, looks much thicker and bulkier, and then just a stoic face there as well. So I probably overall like this hair design much better just because it doesn't look as mullety to me, but not sure, but let's try switching it out. So there, I do like that head design overall much better with the hair. It's just unfortunately with the hair blowing in the wind, it looks like she should be running or whatever. So unfortunately just having her standing here like this, it doesn't look as good as I would like it to, but I do like this head just overall in general because of the hair design. And then we also get additional hands. So first off, we have a set of palm hands, so just some open palm hands there, one for each hand. We get a set of grip hands, so a set of grips to be able to hold some of the accessories you get. And finally a set of claw hands for each hand, so again nice there for a cheetah and stuff. So we get those hands that we can all switch out, especially we get a lot of accessories that she can have, so we can put all of these in her hands. So first off, we have the mirror of truth, which reveals a true identity. So if someone's wearing a disguise or something, this will reveal their truth. So it has the ThunderCats logo design there and a nice like overall mirror design, and they have a nice shiny sticker on it so you can see the reflection. So nice awesome treasure of Thundera accessory to go with this. And then we also get the magical flute, which gives the player the ability to control animals. So this nice two-pronged sort of flute design here, so you can put this into her hands and have like she's blowing that, so that's pretty cool. Another treasure. And our final treasure is the Locket of Lies, which was a device created by Mumra with a gem that acts as a compass leading them to other treasures of Thundera that turns out to be a trap. But there's the overall locket design. It even has a string that you can use, just a real thin string, so I have to be careful with it, but just the nice locket with the design on there. And then we get a second version as well with it open with that gem that acts as the compass, so you can see that design there, nice red gem with the green details around it. So overall that looks pretty cool, and again you can have either of those to put around her. But of course for Cheetara Cheetara, we get her main weapon. So we have her staff, so we have the collapse down version. So we have this, and I think I tried putting it into her grip hand and it just slides through, so you can't barely even fit it there. And I thought, oh, well, maybe you could use it to like store it on her somewhere, but she doesn't really have any place you could store, like no slots or anything. So I don't know what you really need this for. It's kind of pointless since you can't hold it and you can't store it anywhere. But we do get the extended out version of the staff, so it's just this all gold color staff there, which looks pretty cool. So let's switch our hands on and put this into her hands. So there's Cheetara with her staff, so that is pretty awesome. But again, with limited movements, it's going to be hard to get her posed up. And then finally, she comes with a flame effect for us. So this big old giant flame effect that's going to be really heavy and everything. So I don't know exactly what you're going to do with it. There is the hole in the section here that you can stick it onto the staff. I feel if you try and put it on like the top piece here, it'll be way too heavy and it's starting to bend it. So you're going to have to like put it on the bottom here. So there I tried to get her posed up. It's still not working too well. With it being big and heavy, it's kind of pulling her over. But I tried to get her maybe look posed up like she's trying to maybe like swing it from the ground, like she's going to do a swipe up. And there it's got the flame effects coming up at us. I think it looks cool, but I don't know how it's supposed to function. Like it's hard to get her to stand up with it and it keeps pulling her over. So I have to probably just readjust it, have it leaned on the ground to get her to stay. But overall, I think it looks cool. I just don't know exactly how it's supposed to function. But now that we finally have Cheetara, we have all of our adults of the Thundercats. We can put them all together now. So there we have our 4 main adult versions of the Thundercats. So now we have Cheetara along with Lion-O, Panthro, and Tiger there. So all of those look really cool. Now we just need Wily, Kid, and Cat and Snarf to throw in here, and we'd have all of our main original Thundercats. So that is really cool now having all of them together. Well, that's going to be it for our Super 7 ThunderCats Ultimate Cheetara. Overall, it's a pretty decent figure. It's nice to go along with the other Thundercats, but I've kind of been overall disappointed just with the Super 7 Ultimates in general. Like, I don't feel they're that good of figures. I feel they could improve them much more just overall with some of their looks, and then the action figure joints. Like I said, overall, I've just not been too happy with them. I think they're fine figures, especially for like the classic feel of them. Just overall for action figures, I feel they could be better, especially for how much you pay for them. But overall, not an absolute horrible figure. But let me know what you thought of it down in the comments, and if you enjoyed this review, let me know with a thumbs up. I want to thank you all for watching. I hope you all stay awesome out there, and I'll see you in our next review.